Welcome to the Plan With Us pod.
We have lots of fun stories under our belt.
We thought about it too much, we probably wouldn't have done it.
How am I going to trick Niara into starting a podcast? Caffeine.
Chug.
We're recording.
We're in here. Sorry, we had.
I
had to get some caffeine in me.
I didn't check my sound levels, but I think we'll be okay. You want to test 1, 2?
1, 2, 1, 2. Am I still kind of low?
Actually, I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
When I was looking at editing in this software, I was able to adjust, turn me down a little bit, amplify you. So,
okay.
Again,
okay,
we'll figure it out.
I probably end up buying a whole new mic. We're here.
She's like, I'm just gonna get rid of my microphone.
Just gonna throw it away.
Toss it out the window.
We don't like her. She's done. Let's just forget it. I'm loud enough. Whatever.
Just scream the whole time.
Which is nothing new. I can be super loud. Oh my gosh. Well, hello.
Hello.
What is this blush that you're wearing, actually? I have to get into this. Your cheeks look gorgeous and rosy.
Thank you.
What is happening? What are we wearing?
My favorite blushes are the Milani baked blushes. I've worn them for years. I actually wore, not this shade, but one of them on my wedding day. This one is Dolce Pink, but it's quite pigmented, so I use a very light hand. But my favorite one of all time, I can't even remember what it's called right now. Google. Milani baked Lumioso. That's what it's called.
Ooh, okay.
That's a throwback for any OG beauty guru watchers. Milani Lumioso was the it girl blush in 2010.
I'm still a baby to the blush, as I don't know.
I mean, your makeup looks lovely.
Thank you. This was my gifted Armani Beauty blush. Don't remember what it's called. Couldn't tell you. But it's just this very rosy color, and it's also very pigmented as well. So I do a light little boop, 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 light little dab. And then I have also been using this Urban Decay Highlight Glow, where it's this tube of blush and it just comes out in a little squirt, and then you just dab it in. That's been easy too. But I'm still very scared of blush. Blush is still very new to me. Still learning how to do the blush thing. But
you have a nice flush today.
Thank
you. We both are glowing.
Yes.
And I don't think we have blush blindness. This is a thing that I'm learning about that the kids are saying.
No, I don't think so. I hope not. Oh my gosh. I mean, every time I do
if that's the case, I'm just going to double down and say it's intentional.
Yeah.
I'll be like, listen, I like blush.
That's the look. I was going for that.
That is what I wanted. Okay?
Not blind, fully visible.
And? Yes, and?
I call it blush 2020 vision. Mm-hmm. I'm about it, okay?
I want you to see my cheeks from outer space. Just glowing.
That's how rosy I am. It's actually natural. Just kidding. No blush at all. It's actually me, my natural glow. This is what it looked like when I get out of bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you for experimenting with makeup more, because I know even recently you were not as big of a makeup girly, but I love it. I love the glow.
Thank you. We turned 30. We're experimenting. We're trying new things. We're not being afraid anymore, okay? Because who cares?
There's no time for being afraid when you're 30. Well, there's no time for being afraid at any time. But I do feel like the moment I turned 30, I was like, oh, I need to just be my most true and authentic self, because there's no time for anything else.
Exactly. That's what I'm realizing as I wake up every day. I'm like, one, nobody cares. But for me,
isn't that true?
Nobody cares. Absolutely no one. Nobody cares at all. So let's just try something fun. Let's just do what we want to do. Let's not be afraid. And that's what I'm doing in my
Everyone is
30s.
so focused on their own life. That is like, it's like a superpower when you realize that everyone's so absorbed in themselves that you're like, yeah, you might be have a couple people being like, I don't know, haters or whatever, but we aren't even going to give them time.
Because life is too short for that.
Yeah. So, and then they'll forget about it and like, forget about it. I don't know why.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Then
Okay.
they'll forget about it in like a couple minutes.
Oh,
They'll move
yeah.
on with their day.
Like it didn't even happen.
It's all good.
It's all good. This is our first Plan With Us episode. Very excited to get into this, my girl.
I'm so excited.
So excited. We look gorgeous. We have our mics. We have our equipment. We're doing this thing. To go from going live every month, which in the beginning of going live, I was frightened. So scared. But we got the hang of it quickly. It was like our thing. Like I was getting on live, like that was my call with my girl, which it was. I was just like, hey girl, we're going on live. We're going on a FaceTime with also like maybe 20 other people too. I'm like, whatever, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the podcast, when we started buying the equipment and everything like that, I was like, this is kind of serious.
This is getting serious.
But I was very excited to get this started.
I just loved our Instagram lives so much. Like our little posse that would come watch and listen to our Instagram lives, even after the live actually happened, like the people following up and everyone commenting and messaging and just it was just like our little group. And I'm so excited to have the girlies back. If you're one of those girlies, hi.
Hi.
We love you.
Hi.
We're back.
We're here. Hi. But that's also like what I realized the magic was once we uploaded the live and the people who watched it after and they were like, oh, I love this. I love this episode. So that's when we realized like even after we're done, people listen and engage in it later. And I think that's why we kind of wanted to do this because we were like, then people could just have the episode or go back and listen and engage whenever they want. That's how Playing With This Pod was kind of born.
Give people multiple options. If you want video, so you can see our glowing blush. If you want just sound, so you can like focus on things, maybe like driving or something, you know, make sure you're focusing on the road, but listen to our relaxing voices.
Yes.
Relaxing.
So calm and relaxing.
And then just like upping the quality, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We love Instagram. I would say that is personally my favorite social media app. But live, you're a little glitchy.
Girl, you have some work to do.
You don't work 100% of the time. So taking back some of that control over quality for our girlies, giving them options, you know, I just think it was time to level up.
It's time to level up. What's that? That song by Sierra where she's like, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's what was going through our brains when we had the conversation of let's take this to the next level.
Yes.
Okay. We should introduce ourselves for the people who have no idea what we're talking about. if you are new and you just came right into the shenanigans, welcome to the Plan With Us pod.
Welcome to the Plan With Us pod, but also not me assuming that if you're here, you know who we are.
Well, the first episode, this is episode number 1. I'm assuming most of you already know who we are.
Yeah.
But, you know, let's just, have you ever like binged a podcast, like, and you're like, I got to start all the way back at episode 1?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, I have. So if I like start a podcast and somebody suggested to me, then I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I got to go back to episode 1. I got to see what's going on. Who is this lady? Context. What's happening?
And we're confusing them all the more already.
Exactly. So let's get into who we are so people can get to know us a little bit.
Would you like to go first? What's your name?
Sure.
Hey, girl.
Oh, yeah. Does anybody even know what my name is? Who am I? Let's dissect that, shall we? Okay. So my name is Niara. Recently, Niara Gore. I keep saying recently, but I was married like 6 months ago. But it's still so new.
It's recent.
pitching myself. Um, my name is Niara
Really when
Gore.
y'all.
Yes, Niara Gore. Let's see. I am from New Jersey. I am a lover of fashion and style and personal style specifically. Um, what else? What else? I do a lot of social media work. You guys may have seen me in some places where I work with brands like Aloha Shoes. Um, I mentioned the Armani Beauty. I did a couple campaigns for them. I've worked for Mara Beauty, specifically focusing on UGC, which is user generated content. I don't like to say that I'm an influencer, not at all, but I do like to create content for brands and they pay me for that, which is quite nice. I never have to buy skincare ever, which is amazing.
Living the
um,
dream.
it's literally the dream. Whenever I get a package, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a whole brand of God knows what, and it's fantastic, and I love it. What else is interesting about me?
So many things. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I'm blinking right now. Let's see. What else? What else? What else do I
You're
do?
just nervous. It's
I
fine.
know. Talking about myself.
Just trying to make a
um,
good first impression,
of course.
but you're killing it.
Thank you. Thank you. See, this is what I need: positive, like reinforcement, a little encouraging.
Hyper
Like,
up, level
yes,
up, level up. Well, here I'll take my little intro, and then we'll sort of
yeah.
we'll build.
Let's banter.
My name is Jess Raney, also relatively recently. We're married women. But no, in all seriousness, I am Jess Raney. I live over here in Pennsylvania, just outside of good old Philly. And I am a creative gal who is also passionate about self care and skincare and organization and all of those lovely things. I have been told by one person that I'm the most organized creative person that they ever met, which I take as a huge, huge compliment.
Very nice.
So yeah, I love balancing the two things. As you can see in my background, I love fun colors and stationery and things. I am a graphic designer and illustrator is my career. That is what I do for 9 to 5. And then from 5 to 9, I am an entrepreneur. I do also love posting on social media. I have 2 cats, which I'm sure you will hear in the background at some point of these videos. Love to garden, love to cook. Basically, I'm a grandmother. Is the more and more I'm talking about it. I am a grandmother in a 30-year-old body, which
Yes.
isn't anything new.
The chicest and cutest grandma you'll ever meet. Can you see how
Isn't that the
her
goal?
shirt matches the background of her like bins and the art on the wall? How she just matches in the blush matches the pink, the shirt matches the bins, the hair matches the basket. Like she is just actually
That wasn't intentional. I think
entirely
that's just the color palette of my life,
there. That's what it
which I'm not
is.
mad at because I think it's super cute.
Oh yeah, you wear it so well. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. You kind of gave me a template, a frame, so now I can see like
Yeah.
things that I need to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Interests, fun
right.
facts.
Um, so yes, like I was saying, my interests are fashion. I did go to school for fashion as a fashion design student, but I do have a focus on truly like brand strategy and social media as I've grown into an adult in my adult career. I do work retail from 9 to 5. I was a stylist at Nordstrom for like 3 years, which I loved because I love getting people dressed. You can ask Jess when we lived together. I would always be picking out her outfits. It was my favorite thing.
Oh, I
Um,
loved it.
I constantly am posting outfit inspiration, things like that. As a mid size short girly, I'm only 5'2". But I love to show how to dress my
So cute.
body and things like that. But yeah, I think one of probably the most interesting things that I do is that I'm also an entrepreneur, but in the sense of my services that I provide. And then I also am a entrepreneurship teacher and counselor, which I teach at a camp every summer, which I recently actually just came back from. which is the
Mm-hmm.
highlight of my year. But we can get into that more later. But that's really just a little bit about me.
I love it. And I love her. And
We are
we've
in
known
love.
each other. We are in love. We've already said that before. Like I said, we are both married women, but that does not mean you can have multiple loves in your life.
We can't even
You
help
know,
it.
we can't. It's magnetic.
Yes.
Um, but we met back in 2012, which is wild to think about. In the golden age of Tumblr, grunge, well, 90s, I would say was the golden age of grunge, but the return of grunge. We
Yes.
were very artsy little young adults, and we were actually roommates in our freshman year of college. Um, Randomly put together, which I didn't find out until when we were discussing this recently, that you fill out like a form that says different things that you're looking for in a roommate, and that's how they pair you. And I have a really bad memory. Again, I'm a grandmother. I don't remember filling this form out, but it must have worked because we just became two little peas in a pod instantly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That form, I think, and when we were talking about this is when I brought this up, but like that form was filled out by my mother. I didn't even fill it out. I don't know what the questions were.
So,
I have no idea what it said. My mom was very specific, and it led me to
and
you.
maybe my mom filled it out too, because I don't remember filling this out. They were just looking for little angel baby humans, and then we just like ascended from the sky, and then we were friends.
And it was perfection. It's been perfection ever since.
Yeah, we were paired up to room freshman year of college. So we have lots of fun stories under our belt about becoming young women, finding our style, finding our careers, finding our life partners, finding so many things. We really were there for each other for like the most formative years. And I mean, like every year is formative. Obviously, we're still very young and have a lot of life to live. But there's something about friends that you have from your entire 20s,
Yeah.
like they're your ride or die
Yeah.
people.
There
Because
is
I can
so
tell you when I
much.
was 18, I was not, I did not have it together at all.
I just want to go back in time and see our 18-year-old selves and give them a hug and be like,
Mm-hmm.
baby, it's going to be okay. Yeah.
You don't need to be
You
doing all that.
don't need to be doing all this. What are
You don't
you
need to
doing?
be concerned with all of that.
Stop.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. Please. Please. But yes, growing up in our 20s and being there for each other, phone calls, coffee meetups, brunches, sleepovers, they have truly like helped us grow into and truly to become in love our 30-year-old selves that we are today. I can think of just so many times where I've just had to call my girl and be like, girl, I just have to tell you this.
Of
We
course.
should have to talk about this. And she's talked me through it, or vice versa, where she'll have an idea or be like, hey, girl, like, what do you think of this? And like, that's been our relationship the entire time. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what really brought us together with this whole thing, because we knew that we always wanted to do something together.
Oh, yeah.
We just didn't know what.
From the moment we met, because we we lived together for a year.
Right.
And pretty much the minute that we weren't living together anymore, I was like, well, now we need to do something. I need to do something with my girl. And I can't believe it's taken this long for this to come to fruition. But again, in your 20s, lots of different things happening. Um, but yeah, how did we start doing Instagram
Yes.
lives? Because before we started to do the podcast, we did
Yes.
Instagram lives all through
Yes.
2023.
So
And it
I
was from
had
you
discovered
posting
this
an Instagram
video
story,
of this young lady.
is
I
how
have to
this
find what
originated.
her account is because I don't even remember. But yeah, I'm gonna have to shout her out. We're just gonna have to have her on the show. What
We got to give her credit at some
we're
point
gonna we're
because
gonna
I feel like
find
we talk
her
about
and
this
we're gonna have
video.
her on the show to talk about this because she is the reason why we started.
Oh, I would love that. Let's manifest that.
All this is for you. It's because of you. So thank you.
And we'll be
But
like,
she
we owe
posted this
everything to
video
you.
about this, what she called a prep picnic that
Mm-hmm.
she hosted with like 10 of her girls who are also all entrepreneurs. And she had like catered food, and they set up a PowerPoint of how to reflect on the year and the goals for the next year and everything they've achieved. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so uplifting. This is amazing. And I posted this on my Instagram story because I was like, I need some girlies like who want to do this. Um, and Jess literally DM'd me immediately. She was like, girl, we could do this. Why are you acting like we can't do, like, you and me could do this? And I was like, girl, you know what? You're right. You're right.
We could
We
do
can do
this
this. Not a problem.
so
Like, we can definitely
easily.
do this. So we planned. We're like, well, how are we going to get it started? Who would we invite? Or like, what would really be like? What is this thing? Like, what do we like to do? Like, we didn't know like how it would really get started. So Jess really thought of the kind of doing like a show or like a podcast, but trying to figure out how to get it started, where it turned into the Plan With Us lives that we were doing on Instagram. Because we thought it was just like an easy way to just do it. And I think one of the things that really pushed us too was the uh what is it? Progress is better than
Mm-hmm.
perfection, or like just start and it doesn't have to be perfect, because it was not perfect. Just go for it. If we thought about it too much, we probably wouldn't have done it. Um, but it just became just us checking in on
Just
each
go for
other,
it.
talking
Mm-hmm.
about our goals, and talking about topics that we felt really passionate about. Our brands, personal brands, and businesses really aligned when it came to self care, organization, goal setting, um, building strong connections. And I think that's what truly led us to come together and make this amazing thing. And once we started posting, people were started to watch and tag along and ask questions, and it was incredible. I every time I watch one of our episodes, I get like, I can't believe we did that. Like I really get so proud of us. But it's also just so natural because that's how Jess and I talk anyway. That's how we talk to each other all the time.
Well, I will say every single time we did an Instagram live, afterwards we would text each other and be like, that was the best one. Every single time. Because it was literally just us having conversation. But I'm trying to like recall this timeline in my head. Because when we say we just did it, because when you posted that story on Instagram Live, it was around New Year's of
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
And then we filmed our first live January of 2023.
Yes. It did take us a year to get there.
Oh, did it take us a year?
Yes, because I did actually, did I
No, I
posted this in
said 2022,
2022.
2023.
So I think we like we're trying to figure out what we wanted to do, because
Let me
you
fact
and
check myself.
Sophia, yeah, we have to fact check this and check the timeline. But when did you and
Because
Sophia
there was
have that
also,
event?
we had that event. Please hold.
Please hold. We're fact checking ourselves.
Me and Okay, so we did our first Instagram live January 26th, 2023. Me and Sophia had our live, I mean, not our live, our like trunk show December 17th, 2022.
Okay.
But then also, was it February of 2022 that you had that Galentine's Day brunch?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Okay. So, going back to that, we're
Hmm.
going back 2
We're going
years
back.
now, y'all. This has been a long time in the making. We're just going back. Excuse us as we get our timeline straight. So, I think this whole thing truly originated February of 2022 when Niara had a cute little Galentine's Day brunch at a cute little cafe. And it was me and you, our girl Sophia, who we will mention a million times on this podcast, I'm sure, because we're obsessed with her.
We're obsessed with her.
Our girl Britt, who we're
Yep.
also obsessed with. Probably will mention her a million times. Was it
Absolutely.
just the five of us? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it was. You, me,
I don't want to forget
Britt,
anyone.
Sophia.
That'd be tragic.
No, I think that was it. No, so the
Okay.
you, me, Britt, Sophia. Oh my god, that was it, right? Oh my god, I hope I'm not leaving anybody out. I feel absolutely
Oh my god.
terrible.
We're so sorry.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
But I Sophia and Britt are key parts in this because they were the ones who were truly like, you guys should start a podcast or something. Like, we were sitting at the table and we were talking about like real life stuff. We were talking about Britt had just, you know, she was a mother, but she was also an entrepreneur. Sophia is an entrepreneur, but also has a full time job. And, we were talking about challenges of, following our passions while managing real life expectations. And we were having like some deep conversations. And it
Yes.
was a lot of me and Niara pinging back and forth, just really encouraging people because that's just, again, how we have our daily conversations of what we do.
Yes.
And everyone left feeling so uplifted and, inspired, and me included. And it was really Sophia and Britt who were like, you guys need to do something because I would listen to it all day long. And that's when the wheels started to turn in my head of like, how am I going to trick Niara into starting a podcast with me?
No tricking. I was
I
down
know.
for whatever you wanted to do.
I say trick very loosely. I was just like, how can this opportunity just present itself flawlessly? So I started manifesting it, let's just say.
Mm.
And so when you posted that in December, I was like, girl, we got to work together. Like we can do this easily. We can do
That's
something.
right. That's right.
And then yeah, we sort of figured that if we want to do this event, we got to cultivate a community of people who are interested. So we
Mm-hmm.
started to do the Instagram lives. And then I believe we said at the beginning, we were like, all this is for the purpose of having this event at the end of the year. So sort
Yeah.
of following our goals throughout the year. We were very upfront about like, be in our conversation all year long, and then we'll meet at the end of the year and plan things.
Right. Because we wanted to like plant the seed and get people interested and then see
Mm-hmm.
by the end of the year who in fact our community is to have this event. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So the whole point of us doing the Instagram live was to foster community. And you're right that the timelines for the things that we were talking about on social media was we were becoming closer and closer and like talking about the same thing, preaching to the same choir. So let's just combine our audiences,
Yeah.
because you were getting a lot more into self care, really taking time for yourself. My business, Jess Track, was literally all about simple self care in
Mm-hmm.
your daily life. And I just feel like we were just merging into this perfect moment of, being able to double down on our message. So yeah, I think I'll always look back on those Instagram lives very fondly, especially since it led us to this. Um, and yeah, so we had that event. It was amazing. It was incredible. It was perfect. I literally could not point one thing out that was wrong. We had some amazing, amazing women come to Niara's apartment. We did little workbook sheets. We had snacks. We had some good music. We had amazing vibes, amazing connections. And when everyone left, they just wanted more. They were like, give us more.
Yeah. The
Come
girls were hungry after
on.
that. And I think that's also a really good example of this the done is better than perfect because I was freaking out about that event the whole time. Oh,
We had
ouch.
no
Hit my
idea what
hand.
we were doing.
Had no idea. I was like, my little one bedroom apartment, but I fit eight of us in here, moved the furniture around. We had, yeah, a whole spread of food. We had sponsored drinks. We had gift bags. It was like, it came together so
Mm-hmm.
beautifully. And none of that would have happened if we didn't do the lives. None of that would have happened if we didn't have the Valentine's Day brunch. None of that would have happened if that first video wasn't posted. And it's just crazy to see the events that led to that. And it was incredible. And this is just the next installment of it. And there's just so much more to come. It's only going to get better from
Yes.
here.
Hi, guys. It is Jess checking in mid episode. Hope you've been enjoying. I know we're having an awesome time just chatting away. Now would be a really great time to take a break, get a drink of water, and follow us on all of our Plan With Us Pod social media platforms. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time a new episode comes out. We also post a ton of content over on our Instagram, and we'll always let you know when new episodes come out over there. And you can find our favorite clips from all of our episodes over on TikTok, which is always a fun time. You can find us on all platforms at Plan With Us Pod. Leaving a review on your favorite podcast listening platform is also a huge, huge way to help us grow our community. So we appreciate every single review that is left, and we appreciate every single one of you. So without further ado, let's get back into the episode. I just got an espresso.
Fancy schmancy. How many coffee machines is that right now?
Guys, one of my passions is also coffee. Very typical graphic designer, just obsessed with coffee. I have the Nespresso, which technically my husband got, and he got it for him, but he says I have been using it more than he has, which is true. And then that came with the milk frother. I have my actual coffee machine, which is like the best drip coffee machine. Coffee. Why does this accent keep coming out?
I don't know who
Coffee in
you
the
are
world.
today.
All I've had today is this latte and some water, so that I might be off my rocker a little bit. It's early, y'all. Don't worry. I'm going to get lunch after this. And yeah, so 2 machines that actually make coffee, a milk frother and a coffee grinder. Our coffee bar is stacked.
Yes.
I did used to have a full espresso machine that I actually got rid of.
Okay.
I got rid of that a little while ago because I would like serve espresso when we were having people over, and I felt like a full-time barista back there, just like pulling espresso shots.
How many shots was that? Okay.
Yeah. What kind of milk? What kind of sweetener? Oh, yes. You want a cappuccino and you want a latte and you want... Okay. So we just had the drip for a little bit, but recently Tim bought an espresso, and that's what this is. But speaking of, Niara prepared a couple little fun questions for us to get into so that you can get to know us even more if you haven't already fallen in love with us, which you should.
If you aren't already obsessed, let's dig deeper, okay?
Let's connect. And the first question, the rapid fire question, is what is your morning drink? Which I feel like I've already answered. I'm just obsessed with my espresso machine right now. However, I will give my little spiel, which my husband now fully does this, and he said it has changed his morning routine as well. Before I have any coffee in the morning, I drink 2 cups of water the same size. And I used to be a gal who heavily relies on caffeine and coffee, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that if you know your level of caffeine intake and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Go off, queen. Do whatever you want. But personally, I found I was crashing, in the afternoons. And once I started to not have coffee be the first thing I put into my body in the morning, that greatly reduced, if not went away completely. So my morning drink is 2 big old cups of water, and then I'll make myself a little latte and then espresso.
Beautiful.
That's a glimpse of my morning routine, which we'll talk all about routines at some point.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that. Okay, so my morning drink, I also have adapted the habit, I think within the last year, of drinking anywhere between 16 and 30 ounces of water. I know, 60, damn.
60 ounces of water in the morning.
Chugging a gallon of water. No, that's not what I'm doing. I don't have a Stanley, but I have like one of those big insulated cups. And as soon as I wake up, I have it right next to my nightstand. I literally wake up, eyes not even open, grab my cup, and I just start going to town because I have to hydrate my body immediately. I also have an espresso. My husband got that for me for Christmas about 2 years ago now. And I love making myself a morning latte. I have so many videos if you go on my Instagram of me making drinks. I love making drinks. It's a love language. My husband doesn't like coffee, which makes me so sad. So I can't make him anything fun. But for me, I love making a good drink. And most recently, one of my neighbors, who actually is somebody I went to high school with, I've been connecting with, I will make her like a matcha and I'll walk it over to her and be like, "Good morning. Here's a little
So
matcha."
precious.
She has a little baby. So you met her at the, I mean, you, Allie, from like the wedding and
I
everything.
love Allie. Hi,
Yes.
Allie.
Allie's also a mom and entrepreneur too, so we'll get into her as well.
Oh, we
All of our
will.
friends are fantastic, by the way.
Also, if you are an entrepreneur and if you are a friend, you will probably be asked to be a guest at some point. So, hey,
Yeah.
Allie.
Hey, girl.
Can't wait to talk to you soon.
Can't wait to talk to you.
Yeah.
But yes, that is my morning drink routine. Okay, so next question. What is your current self care non negotiable? You talked about the water, which is good because you realized you were crashing.
There are so many. There are
Okay,
so many non negotiables. I am such a creature of habit, especially when it comes to like my routine and my self care routine. The first thing that comes to mind is sunscreen
girl,
because it's summertime, it's hot, but you should be wearing sunscreen all year round, regardless if it's
all the
cloudy
time.
or if it's sunny. And I get so many questions about how my skin is so glowing and beautiful, and it is because I religiously wear sunscreen.
Yes.
Um, so
What
yeah,
sunscreen do
I would
you
say
use?
I'm currently using the Beauty of Hosan Wei-san. It's Korean. It's very popular.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
I like it. I would say I've used other sunscreens that I like more. I really love another Korean sunscreen, the Round Labs Birchwood Birch Juice sunscreen. I think that is my all-time favorite that I've tried so far. Um, but really, just Korean skincare is elite, especially their sunscreens.
It is amazing. Korean skincare is top notch skincare.
So
Um,
I would say my full blown skincare routine is a non negotiable, but specifically sunscreen.
okay. I feel that. I feel that so much. Um, I will say that my non negotiable, this still ties into our last thing, but I am addicted to water. Um, and people don't realize how much water can, one, help your skin, help your hair, help nail growth, help your immune system, help digestion. Drinking at least, it says you're supposed to drink 8 cups a day of water, but that's why I just carry around my big boy and I just keep
Mm-hmm.
refilling it. But you have to drink so much water every day. Your body literally needs it. And I can't go anywhere without water. I need it. I went on my trip. I didn't bring my big boy. I was really upset. And my one of my coworkers gave me a water bottle to have out there. Oh my gosh, saved my life. I needed that. I need my water.
Mm-hmm.
That is my non-negotiable for sure. Drink H2O. Okay.
Drink your water.
It's a huge self-care thing. It's better than having fresh juice or whatever else. You need your water. That will take care of you. That will go a long way. You need that.
I would
So
say that's
that
a
is mine.
great first step. I'd say it's a great first step on like if you want to start a self care journey. If you're like, I literally don't do anything for myself, if you're that person and it just feels
Right.
impossible, start with drinking. Doesn't even have to be a huge thing of water or two big old
Yeah.
cups of water. Just a cup of water when you first wake up in the morning. And then, gradually work your way up. Make sure you have at least one full cup of water with every meal. You can
Yes.
still have fun little drinks. That's why we're drink goblins and we have like 4 drinks at a time.
One at a
Um,
time.
but make sure that you're having, your big old cups of water and you will notice a
Yes.
difference. I guarantee.
Your energy will be different. Like you'll wake up energized. Um, yeah, you won't feel as tired as the day goes on later. Like, it will change your life. That is the one way you can really take care of
The
yourself.
warning, you will have to pee a lot more.
A, a lot. Make sure
I
there's
am
a
that
bathroom
person.
nearby.
I am that person where if I am going somewhere with my friends, all of them know at this point. We'll be like, Jess, you have to pee before we move to the next location. And I'll be like, yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah. And that's how you know they're true friends. They know
That
you.
is how you know they're true friends. It's like a common thing with many of my friends. So you might become that person, though I think I literally drink too much water. So I that word of caution, but start with at least, a big
Start
cup
with a
of water
cup.
in the morning and one with every meal. And I think
Yeah,
you'll really notice a difference.
absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. What is something that brought you joy this week?
Oh my gosh. I didn't think about this at all, but so many things, which is wonderful. I mean, it's a beautiful day out right now, which is bringing me joy.
Oh, it's
You know
sunny.
what is bringing me joy? Going back to the fact that I'm a grandmother and I have a garden. I have a little watermelon patch, and there are some watermelons almost ready to pick in the garden, and it is the most precious thing. I just go out there and I just like check on my little babies, and I'm just like, are you ready to pick? Because I want to eat you.
Because mama's hungry.
Because I want to eat you. Um, People have turned it off already. They're like, I'm done.
I'm like,
Goodbye.
okay.
Okay, you guys signed up for this. Okay,
Remember,
you're
you
the one
guys
who
wanted
wanted this.
this. You guys wanted this.
But yeah, I think just checking on my little garden every morning, again, a part of my morning routine, has brought me joy. But there's so many things.
Okay. Um, I just love also hearing how lavish your life sounds right now with I wake up and I have two refreshing cups of water. Then I go
Yes,
downstairs and I make myself a latte for the day. I
because
go
that is
check on my
how you
garden,
should be living your life. You deserve it.
non-negotiable
Absolutely.
skincare routine, Korean skincare only. And then I go in the garden. I check on my watermelons. Yeah, it sounds like you're having a lovely, lovely morning every morning.
That is I feel like I relate to a lot of those Instagram reels that are like, I don't know, maybe it's just my For You page that, you're out there. They're like, nothing brings you more happiness than being out in your garden and like your scraggly old t-shirt and shorts, hoping none of the neighbors see you, because that is me.
So
But
cute.
yes, I am bougie and I do require specific things in my morning routine.
As you should. You deserve them.
That's because I deserve it.
You deserve
Everyone
it.
deserves it. You deserve the
Yes,
things that bring you joy.
exactly. Exactly. Um, for me, something that brought me joy this week was truly having a day off and spending it with my husband. Like I mentioned, I just came back from a work trip. I was away for 10 days. This was my first trip away from my husband. Um, so I missed him dearly, and he missed me as well. And it was just nice to be home, chilling with him. I was still getting used to the jet lag. My body was recuperating, and we were just hanging out. And that just brought me so much joy. I just love spending time with him. So that very much brought me joy this week.
That is precious.
Yes. I
Look
love
at
my
you.
man. My man, my man, my man. I love him.
What is that? I am on to
To
see
see
my
my
husband.
husband.
I'm
I'm
happy.
happy. I'm happy to
I'm
see
happy
my
to
husband.
see my husband.
That is me. That is me. That is me.
That's how it should be.
Yes,
So cute.
yes. Thank you. Okay. These are supposed to be rapid fire, but we're having full blown conversations, but it's okay.
Yeah, we're having a good time. Is anything rapid fire with us? Because we will talk about it at length.
You get a whole dialogue from
Who, what, when, where, why, and how.
and a little bit in between there. Okay, we have a
Mm-hmm.
lot to say. That's okay. Um, something that makes you proud of yourself.
Something that makes me proud of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of something other than the first thing that pops into my head, but I feel like the first thing that pops into my head is my perseverance
Mm-hmm.
and work ethic. I am a
Yes.
Capricorn, so this is a very Capricorn answer. But sort of as we were talking about all the different projects that we've worked on and talking about, you know, our relationship over the past decade plus, and just thinking about all the different things that we've encountered, I guess it makes me proud of us because I'm including you in this as well. Um, but yeah, just working on so many different things, even when things don't work out, we're still here. We're still recording. We've still come to this point. And
Yes.
I truly am a big believer of everything happens for a reason because of so many things in my life where doors close and other doors open. It might
Mm-hmm.
not happen instantaneously, but it always happens. And yeah, I think I'm really proud of us for filming this episode and for going on this journey together.
Yes. I'm also really proud of us too. I have to be a little vulnerable, a little transparent here. I was getting worried with us recording because life happens. Everything was happening. I was like, oh my God, we have to get into this. Like, I just have to do this. I have to talk to my girl. But I knew that wouldn't stop us. I knew nothing would stop us. I knew we would get here. And that leads me to being very proud of our ambition. Because I feel like not a lot of people are dreamers and not doers.
Mm-hmm.
And we are dreamers and doers. Like, we have these big dreams, big goals, big plans, but it does not stop there. We will figure out how to get it done. And we are also that that person for other people, as to where if they dream it, we're like, well, this is how you can do it. Do this, do this, do this. What's stopping you? Um, I can just think of so many times when I've been in rooms or been in front of people, don't know what I'm doing, don't know what I'm talking about at all, but I'm there, I'm showing up, and I'm giving it my all in that moment, no matter what. And I think that's something that people also admire of us a lot is that people are always like, "Oh, you're always doing so much. You're doing this and doing that." And it's like, why not? Why wouldn't I do it? Because I want to get this done. This is something I want to do. Our ambition, I think, has led us to places where um, I think at times people wish they were, but it's silly because people can do exactly what we're doing. I think it's just like a fear that sometimes people have. We don't really let our fears really get in the way,
No,
and I love that about us. I'm really proud of us for that.
I would say you're pretty fearless, which is, it is not, it's a pretty uncommon trait to have, but I would also say separately we're quite ambitious and quite fearless, but when you put us together, that is where a lot of this unbridled confidence comes from, is having someone, an accountability partner, you know,
Yeah,
a friend to help you along the way. And I said this during our lives, and I'll say it now. If you are racking your brain to think of a friend who to be your accountability partner and to help push you through, we will be that friend. Hey, hey, join our
we will be that for
community,
you. Come on.
shoot us a DM, give us a follow, just if you need that inspiration to do things that feel impossible, it's not. And we will
Right.
tell you over and over again that it is not.
Yeah. We are big encouragers to the people around us. Even if we don't know you, shoot us a DM and be like, hey, I've been thinking about this thing. I don't know how to get started. People have told me no. What do I do? And we will go on forever. That'd be the longest DM you've ever gotten in your life.
Be expected to get paragraphs back. Okay?
Yeah, that is us. We can't help it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so last question. As you guys will come to find with us is that we are huge planner, to-do list, goal setting girls, and we'll get into that more. But just to start us off here, are you a handwritten to-do list girl or are you a phone to-do list girl?
Well, this is Plan With Us Pod.
This is Plan with Us Pod. And how
So
do
we
you
do love
plan?
to plan. I use both. I
Mhm.
would say, again, guys, we're going to talk about my morning routine. You guys are going to know every detail of my mornings when I wake up. I always, always, always write down on my little notepads. There was something on there. Excuse my face of disgust. I always write down my little tasks for the day.
Mhm.
Um, But I would say if I'm thinking of things that need to get done or in the moment, a lot of the times it's so much easier for me to just like jot things down in my phone, put it in my
Right.
little Google Calendar, make a little task. And then every morning I'll sort of look at that and put that on a written list
All right.
because I absorb things so much more easily when my hand physically writes them out.
Mhm.
So I feel like the digital is a lot more easier. Like I can literally be in any location, but the handwritten I feel like really helps center me and helps me absorb the tasks that I have to do immediately. You know?
I can agree with that. And we've talked about our planning rituals and regimens often, but I also, because there's so much going on up here, there's so much happening. I don't know.
We just
Like,
have big brains, guys. We can't help it. There's just so much happening.
I have to physically write things down in order for them to, one, even make sense, and two, I have to get on paper and I have to look at it to be like, okay, like this is what has to get done. Later down the line, do things get added to the phone calendar? Do things get put in shared calendars or in Google or whatever it is? Yes. But I have a personal planner that I do write my daily to do list in. I have a personal calendar that I physically write. And then my husband and I have a giant calendar that we keep on our wall in our bedroom. It's huge, but it's just so you can't miss it. It's like everything that we have to do for the month is on there. Haircuts, doctor's appointments, when he goes to work, when I go to work, paydays, everything's on there. And then things will get like flushed out later in the phone. But I have to write things down. I have to put it on paper. Otherwise, I will truly forget it. Typing doesn't relate the same way immediately,
Mm-hmm.
like if I need it in that immediate time, but I can put in later as a reminder or just something to check if I need to. But in that moment, I have to write everything down. I have to. I have a couple of my gesture track notepads as well that I like to jot. Ever since I get an idea, I'm like, oh,
Write it
gotta write
down.
that down. Gotta write it down.
Write it all down. Let it all out. Get it out of the
Yeah,
brain and onto paper.
gotta do it. I even have, if you go on my Instagram, my bio, I have a Bible verse in my bio that I refer to often. It's, I believe it's Habakkuk 2:2, and it's write the vision down and make it plain.
Yes.
That is it. That is what I live by. I have to write it down so I can run with it and I can do what I need to do. It has to be written, and that's my thing. Um, but if you guys want to answer any of these questions, please, I would love to know your morning drink. I would love to know your self care non negotiable. We would love to get to know you. Okay, this is like you're getting to know us, but we got to get to know the girlies that are also listening and watching this as well. So don't be afraid to hit us up and let us know a little bit about you.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a little comment.
Yes.
Or yeah, like we said, shoot us a DM. I don't really know if you can like comment on audio podcasts. I guess that's something that we need to look into. I know you can leave ratings, but as far as
Yeah.
like interacting that way. But yeah, we already said we're accountability partners now, so I guess we need to get to know each other.
Just a
Become
little.
besties.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the big differences between our lives and the podcast was we did the lives once a month.
Right.
And we're going to try, we're going to try to post podcast episodes twice a month. Okay?
Remember when I talked about
That
our
is
ambition, you guys?
that is double the content. Okay, it might not feel like a big difference, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So yes, we want to get to know you guys, and then you will be able to tune into our episodes twice a month. We're going to talk about so many different topics. We already have a long list going on. I've dabbled sort of throughout the episodes saying that we want to have guests at some point.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm just so excited. Am I missing anything as far as like the format or I don't know, just things to expect from this Plan with Us 2.0?
I think that you truly basically covered everything. The other main difference is that with the lives, we were just on Instagram. It was only Instagram content and it was just the lives and then being posted and uploaded after. But now we'll have clips and, YouTube videos, and you can stream the podcast so you can listen to it anywhere. So it will be very exciting. And I'm also excited for potential guests as well. I think that will be so fun. I cannot wait for
What
that.
is, do you think there's one thing that you're most excited about for the podcast? Or are you just excited for the whole thing?
I'm just excited to talk to my girl. This is
Yeah.
always the highlight. I love talking to my girl. It fills me with one, so much joy, but two, it gets me like motivated and excited whenever I speak with
Mm-hmm.
my girl. And I just love that you guys get to be a part of that too. Just to really see how we speak to each other in such an encouraging and loving way. And like we had said before, if you need a friend like that, that's now us. You're a part of this too, and I'm really excited about that. So that is
Yeah.
truly what I'm
I
excited
mean,
about the most.
ditto. Absolutely second all that. I'm also, if I could pick absolutely one element, I would say I would be excited to watch the community continue to grow because we had such an amazing response from our lives. And
Hmm.
it really just felt like this fun little friend group, which I said, I know you all are watching, so hi. Love you. But I'm just so
Oh wait,
excited for that to,
how millennial? I'm sorry. Are we? What do the kids do now?
the kids, I think this is it.
This is it,
We're
right?
millennials, guys.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, we're stick
and
and
you're going to
choose.
have to deal with it.
Okay.
Like, we're fun too. um, but yeah, I'm just so excited to have that community continue to grow and to meet so many people and yeah, just chat it up
Yeah, as we do.
as we do.
Yes. But yeah, that is Plan With Us, and welcome to our little community. And we're just really excited to meet you guys and have you guys get to know us and how silly and
I
fun we
know.
are. So
And we're wrapping up and I'm so sad. I'm like, what else can I talk about?
I know, as I keep thinking, like, was that it?
Yeah.
We don't have anything
Did we
else?
record our first episode? Well, on our we
I
do have
think we
little
did.
notes on our side. And it says, say thank you. So thank you. Thank you guys for
Let's not forget
listening
our
to our
manners.
very first episode. Yes. Um, thank you for being here. If you are a previous listener of our Instagram lives, thanks for coming back. If you're brand new and have never seen our faces before, thank you for dealing with our shenanigans for we've been recording for a full hour now of just complete shenanigans. So thank you for getting to know us, and we hope you guys come back. We hope you subscribe if you're on YouTube. We hope you leave a review if you're on your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on social media. Follow us on social media.
Yes.
Um, we'll be on Instagram at Plan With Us Pod,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we'll give you updates as things continue on. But you can expect two episodes from us a month.
Yes. And if there's anything you want to talk about, hit us up. We love
Mm-hmm.
suggestions, or even give us feedback. If there's something you really loved that we talk about, maybe we'll dive into it more on our socials or something like that. Um, but yeah, thank you so much. And we're just so excited to have you on this
Thank you,
journey with us.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you to you, Boo.
Thank you to you, my love.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for just being you and being so amazing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that will just keep going all day if we keep talking about how much we love each other. Guys, you know we're in love.
So we gotta go. We gotta go.
We gotta we gotta go. We'll see you guys in a week or two.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.